Hello, Gateway Youth and friends. My name is Chad Hermiller, and I'll be sharing today's devotional encouragement. Our passage for today comes from the Old Testament book of 2 Samuel. This story is when David, the king of Israel, brings the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem, and we get to see one of the reasons why God calls him a man after his, meaning God's, own heart. Starting in verse 14, it says, "And David danced before the Lord with all his might, and David was wearing a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the horn. As the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, the daughter of Saul, looked out of the window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart." Now we're not entirely sure why Michal despised David, and many biblical scholars have speculated many different reasons, but that's not what I want to focus on. We see David leaping and dancing with all his might, it says. How often do we see someone praising God with all their might during worship? Probably not too often. And if we did, they'd probably get a bunch of weird looks and get told they're too distracting. But we see in Colossians 3:17, it says, "And whatever you do in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him." So what's your heart motivation for everything you do? As we continue in the story, though, David reaches his house and Michal rebukes David for his behavior, to which David responds, revealing his heart motivation. Starting back in verse 21, "And David said to Michal, 'It was before the Lord who chose me above your father and above all his house, to appoint me as prince over Israel, the people of the Lord, and I will celebrate before the Lord. I will make myself yet more contemptible than this, and I will be abased in your eyes.'" David says that he will become more disgraceful, more belittled, more undignified, more humiliated, and more reduced in her eyes, because if there is ever a time of celebration, it was now, and no one was going to stop him from praising the Lord. Christian friend, I hope you have a passion for Christ, and even if you don't dance, or like me, can't dance, or rather shouldn't dance, I hope you give God the glory with all your might in all that you do. Thanks for checking out our video today, and don't forget to subscribe and follow our page so you don't miss any of our other content.